I'm gone one day, and this guy takes over.
I'm sorry.
6:13 at WEZL. It's 13 minutes after. You belong with me. That's Little Tater Swift on WEZL. Little Tater doing her thing, man. She just is everywhere.
Every
TV
everything.
show, everything. You see a Little Tater every time you turn around.
Is it this week she's on SNL?
This coming weekend. Yes, Saturday night.
Man.
Music and host.
Well, they had cutbacks. They couldn't.
Well, that's true.
I mean, NBC's struggling.
She, of course, was at the Hall of Fame fundraiser last week with Keith Urban and Vince Gill. And it turns out that, as much of a hard time as we give the kid, Little Tater is a writer. I mean, you got to respect her for her craft. I mean, I don't relate, but you got to respect. She said she got paid for her first song when she was 14 years old. That's when she started making money as a writer in Nashville, when she was 14 years old.
Was it something she wrote for herself?
I'm sure it was. But that's when she started getting her checks.
Mm-hmm.
And she gave that first check from her first writing gig in Nashville at the age of 14 to the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Well, you can do that when your dad's a gazillionaire.
Well, exactly. But she thought, she wasn't a spoiled little brat kid that said, you know what. She just took that money and gave it to the Hall of Fame because she says, you got to respect where you came from if you're going to move forward.
That's right.
Well, good for her. She's saying the right things.
She's saying the right things.
And I think that she really means that.
Yeah, I think she's sincere.
She's just not saying it. I really think she's
I
walking
think she
the
means
talk.
It. And she still has that mindset. And that's why she was there last week. That's she signed and autographed the guitar for them to auction off and give away.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just good to see a kid who respects those who came before. In the process of making them a superstar,
That's right.
So way to go, Little Tater. I still am not going to go buy one of her CDs, but
you get
way to go,
free
Little
here.
Tater. Huh?
You get them free here.
I don't anymore. No, I don't get free music anymore. I don't know what all that's about.
Have you asked?
Occasionally, I'll say, you got anything new from anybody? Free? And no, usually not.
That normally ends up back in the boss's office anyway.
Can I get the new Danger Muffin CD?
Yeah, I'd like to have the new Danger Muffin CD. By the way, speaking of the Country Music Hall of Fame event last week hosted by Keith Urban, $350,000 is the estimate raised to help fund the because everybody donated their time for free. The talent, everything was free. There may have been some overhead for electricity and stuff like that. But at $25 a piece, figuring it holds 14,000 people, they're estimating about $350,000 for a one-night show.
Very successful event, which they plan to have again.
And they'll do it again every year to help fund the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Way to go. That's
So,
awesome.
is there a paid admission to the Country Music Hall of Fame?
Well, there must be. I've never been, but there
I've
must
been there
be.
once, but I was with a group, and we didn't pay when we went in, so I don't know.
I'm just curious why they need to be funded.
Well, I don't think it's one of the most heavily attended.
Okay, it's more of an honor thing.
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, it's a great building, and they got a great facility there with performance stages in there and all kinds of cool stuff. I just don't know that there are that many people who go down there. It's on Second Avenue down there behind a hotel, a gigantic fancy hotel shares the parking lot with the Country Music Hall of Fame. It's right there by the Coliseum where the Predators play, and I mean it's right downtown and I think it just gets lost in all that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that people go there as much as they. It's not like the Ryman's up the street and across.
It seems like to me that $350 would fund it $350,000 would fund it for a while.
It's a big building. They probably have a pretty high power bill, I'd think.
Okay.
Is it a big building?
It's a pretty good sized building.
Well, Gary, you and Darlene need to go there.
Well, I talked to Darlene a year or so back. I said, I really would like to go to the Country Music Hall of Fame. I've never been. I mean, I've listened to country music since I was just a little kid. And I would love to go back and see some of that stuff, and we just have not made it. But
Conway is there. They've got Conway there.
Is that a fact?
Mm-hmm.
A thing about him?
No, it's him. They've got him there. He's stuffed.
No, he is not.
And he greets you as you come in the door. Welcome to the Country Music Hall. Hello, darling. Welcome to the Country Music Hall of Fame.
It's not the same one that they carry around
No,
at the fair.
that's a different one. That's just a knockoff.
It looks. I've got it on the website now. It looks a little bit like the Hall of Fame up in Cooperstown, the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's got all these little areas that you walk in. You see all these kind of plaques and everything like that.
It's a nice. Get up and do your part. I mean, they've only got $350,000 this year.
Well, I'll give them $20 or $40 in my money.
There you go. That's it.
That'll help them out.